3, 2, 1. That'll do now. Hello and welcome to another iconic episode, that is right, of the vegansteven podcast. Vegansteven podcast is a parody of a podcast. vegansteven is a fictional character. All characters and events in this show, even those based on real people, are entirely fictional. All celebrity voices are impersonated poorly. The following program contains coarse language, and due to its content, it should not be viewed by anyone. So you are taking your life into your own hands with this podcast. Today's date is... We're going to find out as soon as I can find the mouse on the computer. Here we go. Today's date is the 7th of April 2020, and the time is 2 minutes to 2. That is 13:50 something. Alright, so absolutely loads going on in the world today. Australia is fuming at China. It's saying, listen, you took my toys and I want them back, man. So it's a very confusing time. A lot of people are very, shouting stuff about the Chinese Communist Party, and there's a lot of confusion, and I'd call it, like, just in layman's term, racism. Just China, I don't like them, they're not sound, all that kind of mess. Do you know what, they did this, they did that, and blah blah blah. So it's becoming kind of an open, I don't know, it's just kind of, it's fucking very weird. It's very weird. They're kind of anyway, geopolitical lols. Emotional state, we're going to skip that as usual. vegansteven house party coming soon, and current affairs. Alright, let's see how we're getting on now. So I have some lovely tabs open here. I got Russia Today, got the Journal, got the fucking world news, got the blues, got the who's, got the Jimmy Chain shoes. Alright, vegan news. Same as yesterday. Some lad who's in the Hunger Games was going out with a woman, and now he's not going out with her, and he's not vegan anymore, or something like that. Beyond Sushi launches fundraiser to bring vegan care packages to NYC's hardest hit. Yeah, alright. Whatever you're into. Coronavirus, latest at a glance, The Guardian. Coronavirus lockdown could cause food shortages in India. Yeah. Okay. WhatsApp puts heavy restrictions on forward messages to try stop spread of coronavirus misinformation. This all sounds fucking disgusting, man. I'm just gonna tell you now, I'm getting off WhatsApp. I don't know, man. It's a fine line, isn't it, between being like being paranoid and being fucking practical. But just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know, man. Do we really need fucking some Mark Zuckerberg telling us there's nothing wrong with Mark Zuckerberg, but just he's a very smart man. I don't know if he'd be good crack at a party, to be honest. I don't know if how his social intelligence is. He's highly intelligent. I don't know. Talking smack about people I don't know. But yeah, Facebook owns Instagram, WhatsApp. Facebook owns Facebook and a number of other companies, which is fine. They know they're good at business and so on. But you control the media, you can control fucking propaganda, all the rest of it. So world news, breaking international news headlines. Let's see what we got on here. So another interesting thing was, the kind of the stories, the media narrative, or whatever. So when it's this lad called Boris Johnson or something, and he's this lad, he's like the king of England or some shite, and they're bringing him in and going, oh no, this lad doesn't know how to do his job and all this shit. Oh, like, we don't like him. And now they're saying, like, we need you, Boris Johnson, you're sick, you're fucking a martyr and all this stuff. It's just it's very interesting. It's very interesting. The kind of, the power of the media to let people how should they feel and so on. Yeah, anyway. Kelly, government formation. Kelly doesn't believe Labour will enter coalition, but Taoiseach says framework doc might change their response. Okay. The thing about coronavirus misinformation, a lot of it ends up just being, not all of it, but this is censorship, man. This is fucking censorship. I don't know. Am I just a paranoid lad? Maybe. WhatsApp restrictions. Alright. Like, it's saying like, listen, you are not responsible enough to have a message forwarded to you. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's just, it all seems, I don't know. If you read history, like, all this doesn't sound good. But sure, listen, fearmongering's for fearmongers, isn't it? Let's see. Good news. Easter eggs. Good Easter. Happy new bunny officially named essential worker ahead of weekend. That is very funny, I must say. That's very good, I must say. Because you can imagine kids being like, oh, is Easter going ahead? And no, Santa's an essential worker, you'll be getting your toys. So that's very nice, you know. Sometimes I get very upset about the stories that we tell kids, you know, Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy and so on, and about religion, and some angry man in the sky who's always fucking watching you, and if you don't fucking do what he says, then he's a vengeful man, he'll send you to burn for eternity, but somehow he loves you. I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me, but everyone's different, alright? I've tried out a few religions. I'm quite jealous of the people who have religion, because it seems like a nice gig. Like, just if you're confused, you read the book and the good book, and you're like, oh yeah, that sorts that out. I don't know what it's really like, but from an outsider, that's what I'd like to think. Because I like to think people with religion have peace, because people without it don't. Body found in search of JFK's grandniece, who disappeared during a camel toe trip with her young son. Alright. 5 men arrested and charged over violent incidents in Longford. Here comes the sun. It's going to be a mild, bright day a few days ahead. Temperatures to hit 18. It's a very, very nice day outside, I must say that. Bird Smith, I don't know who that is. We need to take on the market forces that are profiteering from the pandemic. Well, oh my god, the double standards are fucking outrageous, isn't it? If a small lad makes money, it's fucking disgusting. It needs to be stopped. But if it's a big corporation like fucking Tesco or Amazon, it's like, oh, well done, you lads, you. Yeah, like there was a case where some man got a load of hand sanitizer and stuff, and he was selling them on Amazon for an inflated price. But Amazon, Thomann, all the shops, they up and down their prices and price fixing and so on, even though it's illegal. So to be honest, I don't see any point. He didn't do it with the same amount of subtlety. But Amazon have a lot of influence over world markets, and once you become like a household name and you're getting, you know, once you become part one of the country, everything changes. Walmart shop in America. this is Ben Shapiro said this, so I don't know if you believe his facts or not. But he was saying it's people give out about Walmart, and say that they have the people who work there are not paid enough, and they what else they do? Get government pay and all this shit. But he was saying it's the single biggest employer in America is Walmart. So yeah, I don't know. It's mad. You can if you have a lot of money behind you, it seems like it's okay to be profiteering and making money off the court. Like everyone's business, Pornhub, everyone's business gone up by 18%. Are they profiteering? Is Pornhub profiteering off coronavirus? Like, do you know what I mean? If it's a small company, they're profiteering. If they're big, they're saving the world. It's unusual. And like the lads who are, profiteering off coronavirus, like say they're buying a lot of masks or something, like that's a one-time thing. Amazon and Tesco's profiteer like every single day. So it's kind of like just saying, listen man, you're amateur profiteering. I don't know. Pink supermoon set to grace the skies over Ireland tonight. So a full moon. Get your witchcraft out and so on. Pandemic. China says it has, this is the journal by the way, it has had no new coronavirus cases over the past 24 hours. Oh my god. It's you see the way it says like China, but it's very confusing because it just kind of makes you racist and just not like Chinese people, not because it's logical. It's just like if someone keeps saying be afraid of fucking these people or whatever. These people? What do you mean by these people? I don't know. I'm just very aware of my own human feelings and so on, and I'm feeling a lot of fear where I never felt fear before. It's also, it can be very, if you want to be happy in life, you got to only really worry about things that which you can control and so on. Jeez, it's getting too bright, is it? Alright, let's bring this down. Right, I'm back. How good is this mug? For all you people that have a chewy tobacco mug, and I'm absolutely loving it. Alright, let's see what else we got going here. So, it's a scary time. Anytime there's change, it's scary. Cardinal George Pell released from prison after sex child conviction squashed. Australia. So some lad, Cardinal. Guardian Wicklow told to stop accepting free pizzas from local businesses. Have you heard of bribes? They had initially been told to decline all gifts. It's really strange. It's very strange. It's very strange. It's very strange. Accident history. Guard operation seized a load of things. I think there was an article there yesterday about Leo Varadkar's fucking taking up fucking science again, becoming a doctor again to help coronavirus. Like, oh god, the one thing you need is a fucking leader, and he's like, I'm fucking off, lads. Alright. Anyway, so listen, I'm just giving out, don't mind me. Right, where are we going on here? Boris Johnson moved to intensive care. Grand. Alright. Good news. Easter Bunny. Right, let's see what we have in the comments here. Excellent. That's EGG. Excellent, says Goody. David Clark says, excellent news. Straight away, kind of the same thing again. Fantastic. Now we can classify God as an essential worker too. But his track record in helping us out of crisis is, to be frank, shit. That's pretty good. I'm ecstatic to hear this. Right, all the dodgy puns are out. Censorship at its finest. Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, the Journal has closed comments on pop star Duffy's harrowing, amazing story that she's been drugged, trafficked and assaulted, starring Liam Neeson. Great journalism. Yeah, it's very fucking weird. Like, they tell you something edgy, but then as soon as people start commenting, oh, censorship. So it's amazing how heavily censored the Journal is. Like, so many people are telling me, no, if you want good news, go with the Journal. And this is standard news. I don't want any. Mitch Connor, I love it. What about Jesus rising from the dead? Nobody find that mind-blowing that we have a zombie among us? Yeah, religion is actually fucking hilarious. Anyway, let's find out. Well, this is Russia Today. Lockdown in France will last as long as it needs to, as peak pandemic not yet reached. Alright, so yeah, there's a few cockroaches here. With economic crisis looming, EU overloads to legalise food made from worms, baby crickets. Are they to serve that in Brussels? So it seems like every dodgy thing that they've been holding back is just like, right, now's the fucking time. He wants to eat fucking crickets. These are called, like, people have been talking about this for years. Cows and shit are not seen as their fucking blueprint of is too big, so they're getting us to eat worms and stuff. It's healthier for the world or something. There's less waste, carbon waste or something. Here it says, why don't we get rid of families and cash? Why didn't we get rid of families and cash? ? Soros funded progressive globalist using COVID-19 to push and own technotic solutions. British politicians Glaumway view 3 nail in Corbyn's leadership coffin are anti-Semitism and attitude to Brexit. As the independent comic writer, I won't cry as COVID-19 killed mainstreams comics. Alright. They just shoved a load of random shit in my face there. I don't know what even to say about that. We're eating crickets. So there you are, crickets and worms. Cows are out, crickets and worms are in. Don't politicise the matter. India allows export of drugs linked to COVID-19 treatment to badly hit countries. Aimed row with US. New Delhi has agreed to ship, oh Jesus, hydrochlorine, that's HQC, to nations most impacted by COVID-19, and urges not to politicise the issue after US Presidential Donald Trump threatened retaliation for its drugs export ban. Racist is another article. Racist. Conal mentally. Who, that's the World Health Organization, chief slams suggestion to use Africa as testing ground for COVID-19 vaccine. Well, they were looking to use Irish fucking patients for fucking testing COVID-19 things. Why don't they? It's fine to use Irish lads, not African lads. Anyway, that's just emotions, isn't it? Everyone has a chip on their shoulder about fucking England. Just, the past, they invaded everyone. But to be honest, Ireland probably would have invaded everyone if we had if we knew what we were doing. Or I'm just mad they got there first. This smarter, it's been like shared time. I think Christopher Columbus and all the rest of it. The more advanced technological society tends to like take over, rape and pillage, like not so, like. So if you imagine two local villages or whatever, the one which is doing better will invade, fucking rape, pillage, all the rest of it. The other local fucking tribe. It's been going on since forever. I think is it Genghis Khan is the China. There's a Genghis Khan. What did Genghis Khan? Mongol leader Genghis Khan, 1162 to 1227, rose from humble beginnings to establish the largest land empire in history. After using nomadic tribes of the Mongolian Peninsula, he acquired huge chunks of Central Asia and China. So, the Xin dynasty, and Delhi. So I hope I have the right lad, but he conquered China and made it all one big country because it was just a lot of tribes, and they were constantly getting taken over by each other and fighting and all this stuff. So this lad Genghis Khan fucking took over China. He just fucking just went around, fucking invaded everywhere. I hope it's the right lad. But in an effort to keep peace and all that stuff, he took over everywhere. And how did Genghis Khan get past the Great Wall of China? Jeez. Apparently what they like to do is they dig under it and then collapse, have it fall down and stuff. So here we go. Also in 1211, after Genghis Khan captured Haluna, Herbal and Yang in Beijing, he chased Jin army all the way to the Great Wall. Suddenly numerous Mongolian soldiers appeared nearby mountains and surrounded the Jin soldiers, defeated them and captured the pass. How much of China is related to Genghis Khan? Right. So yeah, there you are. Bit of Genghis Khan. Good man. I hope I'm the right man. What is it? Qin dynasty. Qin dynasty. I hope it's the right lad now. Qin dynasty. Okay. That's Qin. Qin dynasty was the first on-field multinational and power centralized state in Chinese history. It lasted from 221 BC to 207 BC. Although surviving only 15 years, the dynasty held an important role in Chinese history and is extended to the great influence of the following dynasties. Absolute monarchy. So, that's fucking mad. Alright, Qin dynasty versus Genghis Khan. The Mongolians. big lads there. Alright, we'll keep going. Ireland, what's happening? COVID-19. Mega thread. Finally some good news. Simon Harris TD. Important news for children. Many of you have contacted me and asked me if the Easter Bunny was allowed to work this weekend. I have checked. Is the Easter Bunny allowed to work this weekend? It's fucking gas. I have checked with our top doctors, and the good news is he can, but he has been out contracted to remind him about washing his hands regularly and keeping his distance. That is fucking hilarious, isn't it? All the kids would be like, oh thank fuck. Let's see what the comments have to say. This is the Easter Bunny. Even is the Easter Bunny a thing here, or did we just have been parents? I mean, we have Easter eggs, but there wasn't much mention of the Easter Bunny, Santa, Tooth Fairy in general, Irish fairies, and Jesus were only mythical beings in our house. Fair play to the guy all the same. No Fine Gael fan, but they've done relatively well in the COVID-19 stuff. There you are. I thought Americans didn't do the chocolate egg thing, like they paint hard-boiled eggs or something. That's fucking gross, isn't it? Guess they smashed together the best of both worlds. Yeah, that's fucking mad. Absolutely bonkers, lads. Absolutely bonkers. Who? Mao. Mao is the guy I'm thinking of. Mao. Honestly, I'm so confused with Chinese leaders. I thought I understood fucking... I thought I understood world affairs, but it's been proven again I know nothing. In the 1970s, the position of Chinese president was abolished, but Mao Zedong and Hou Guofen were the chairman of the communist parties. Alright, okay, so it wasn't Mao at all, sorry about that. Mao must have been one of the first lads. So the Qin dynasty, let's find out what that's all about. Imperial China, named the Qin state. The dynasty was founded, the First Empire. The strength of the Qin state was generally increased by the least forms of the... Sorry, there's so many words here in Chinese that they're very hard to say. Such as connecting the walls along the border, eventually developing the Great Wall of China. Okay. Qin sought to create a state unified by structured seven-line... Yes, okay. So, Qin dynasty. This is the... this is the big boy. Alright. As far as I can tell, he... this is the guy I'm thinking of. He just went around fucking took everything. Growth and power. Lord Zhang. Conquest of warring states. So yeah, there was constant, just people fighting and all the rest of it, and his idea, just, invade everywhere, take over everywhere, and have everywhere, like, imagine if whatever state you're in, we're all like fighting against each other and invading and all this stuff. This lad was just like, listen, we're sick of being invaded and unify, we want to unify people. So he just fucking conquered everywhere, alright? Countless people murdered and so on. Bit of a kind of a Hitler kind of man. Maybe they used bows and arrows, crossbows, horses, government and military. Yeah, it's absolutely mad. And then the Mongols. Let's see where the Mongols were in. So then in the 13th century. All right. So the Qin dynasty was 200 BC. All right. So the Mongols, as far as I can get, so the Mongols were invaders of China. So just to make that clear, Qin dynasty. Let's keep this fucking move on. I'll get myself in trouble. Alright. Let's see what else we got going on here. Easter Bunny. Grand. Easter's coming. World news. World news. The Qin dynasty. Alright, here's some top 10 facts about the Qin dynasty. So yeah, it only lasted 15 years, and it was based on they had their own philosophy and teachings and so on. He's one of those kind of paranoid lads who just love fucking killing everyone. The Qin dynasty was the first imperial dynasty of China. Lovely. Their reign lasted 15 years, 221 BC to 206 BC. Independent state system was abolished, yes. When Qin dynasty came to power. When the Qin dynasty came to power, all weapons not in possession of the Qin were confiscated and melted down. That's very interesting, isn't it? The conquered states were not allowed to be referred to as independent nations, and all empires were divided into 36 districts. Yeah, officials were appointed on the basis of their merit rather than hereditary rights. Hereditary role of aristocrats and landowners were minimized, and the government having direct control over peasantry, P-E-A-S-A-N-T-A-R-Y, people were heavily taxed and forced to do some military service. Alright, so it just seems like a bit of good old-fashioned communism. Non-legit philosophies, including Confucian, were suppressed. After the Qin dynasty, various philosophies flourished, which were known as the 100 schools of thought. That's pretty interesting. Confucianism was a very influential Qin dynasty who ruled with a single philosophy, legalism, and all other non-legistic philosophies, including Confucianism, were suppressed. Legalism gave absolute power to the emperor, and individuals' rights were devalued when they conflicted with the ruler. Alright, so good old things. Chinese scripts were unfined during the Qin rule. Yeah, cool. The Qin are known for their great construction and projects. So they built loads of stuff, architecture and all that. Qin dynasty infamous for burning of books and burying of scholars event. What? Burying of scholars event. Jesus. Okay, let's find out. The most infamous, this is like a bit of brain drain or something. Most infamous event that occurred during the Qin reign was the burning of books and burying of 460 Confucian scholars. Jeez, they just fucking buried them. They love doing mad shit like fucking burying people alive, and they're like scare tactics for new people who might question the authority. This is said to have occurred during the reign of the First Emperor, due to Qin Shi Huang remained a hated figure in China till the 19th century. However, some modern scholars believe that their books were burned, 2 copies were preserved, and true scholars were killed. They were not buried alive. Okay, so they're killed and not buried alive. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it still sounds bad, like. China derives its European name from the Qin dynasty. 10 famous French artists. And we're getting into other shite. But yeah, that's very interesting. Book burnings. A lot of like big leaders, when they come up, they want to make sure no one else is going to overtake them and stuff. Crush their enemies before they come back and get you. And all that lovely stuff. So let's find out what the Mongol conquest of China is all about. Ooh. Alright. What have we got here? Which Mongol completed the conquest of China? Japan declares state of emergency over coronavirus. That's a bit mad, isn't it? 2 hours ago, I thought they were helping better than everyone else. Got here. So we are rocking out on Reddit Ireland. Let's see now. Yeah, it's really it's just like with the coronavirus thing, you're just walking around and you're getting your name and address taken for literally just fucking leaving your house. And I know it's just like a scare tactic to just keep people in their gaffs, but I'm always just fucking worried, like, what the fuck, where's all these names and addresses going? Like, are they just, they're like, oh, do they just throw them in the bin, or do they actually fucking file them and go? I don't know. You know, it's just a bit, you know, you do your best to follow the laws to the letter, be a good citizen, and then you're almost kind of forced into contact with the law or whatever. I think, like a lot of people, have a fear of just meeting a guard or police officer who's just, there's a lot of guards right now who've just been sworn in and they don't really have a clue what they're doing because it's their first month on the job, and just, they're obviously going to make a lot of mistakes, which is fine, but those mistakes are going to be people getting arrested and so on for, I don't know, just you know yourself, just the fear of authority, you know, having the crack. But sure, listen, you can always move country, can't you? Kind of. Alright, let's find out what we have here. So this is Connemara. It's a little statement from Connemara, okay? Connemara News. It has a lovely big dirty statement. It's about 10 years long. And here's what I have to say. Connemara News. From a local doctor in... Well, first of all, doctors no flip off. Oh, sorry. I'll be respectful. Okay. To all holiday home owners who came down to Connemara during these hard times, we will remember you. You have increased the pressure on the food supply. The medical teams already overstretched the staff in the shops and petrol stations. You have contributed to the spread of the pandemic to a rural area. Right, we have some fucking name and shame fucking woman here. Oh, fucking hell. You have contributed to the spread of the pandemic to rural areas. We know who you are, and you will not be named and blamed. We will not forget. You are the rich and privileged who think they can do as they please, says a fucking doctor. Would you ever go fuck yourself, honestly? Fucking a moan a minute, like. Says me, the king of the moaners. Alright. Medicals teams overstretched and yada yada yada. We know who you are, we'll not forget. It's fucking gross. You are the rich and privileged. Here, they have a fucking holiday home in fucking Connemara, alright? They're not that fucking rich, I'm sorry. But if you're that fucking minted, you wouldn't be fucking around the back arse of Connemara, like, listen to some broke ass doctor moaning at you. As a doctor and a member of the community, I know how to recognise psychopathic behaviour. You have no empathy, no courage, no respect for people of Connemara and our environment that you treat like a playground. You have invaded the beaches, roads and your big SUVs. Who is this fucking disgrading the recommendations? I don't think you feel shame, but you will not be made welcome anymore, and watch out for the future. Right, we got some woman here who's letting on she's here for the good of people, and she seems to be inspiring hate. So cheers for that, doctor. Alright, what an absolute I'm nearly tempted to read out this person's name, but well, do you ever get that thing? She is a screenshot of her phone, right? And it's always like, fuck, it's on 2%. You're like, geez, better text her and tell her to charge your phone. That's what always I think. Yeah, here we go. Man, that's fucking disgusting. Just from people just haven't. Listen, if you think someone has a fucking SUV, do you think they're gonna give two fucks about some shitty post you're on Facebook? Like, honestly, grow the fuck up, you small-minded cunt. Sorry. Alright, here we go. Drops the stethoscope from one hand. Were you found with a stethoscope in your hand? I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds. A starter doctor. This is no starter doctor. Be gone from me, fool dubs, be gone from me. Man, if I was that doctor, I'd be fucking embarrassed of myself. Do you know what she's done, right? She's putting up this stuff being like, I'm a doctor. That's elitist behaviour right there, I'm telling you fucking now. And she's calling other people psychopaths. I don't know, man. It's very fucking big coming from her, man. I don't know who the fuck she is, but peaked. Coronavirus hasn't even begun to peak, sweet D. Man, will this person ever fucking grow the fuck up, like? Not in our fucking back town. Honestly, every fucking thing about this just fucking... Alright. Oh, man, I'd be tempted to fucking throw an egg at her gate or something. That's me being very, very bold, and I retract that statement. It's immature. Anyway, Finbar, give me a shout on YouTube. Here we go. Dad watches YouTube channel of a trucker who goes around Europe, but in a request got him and his bus buddies a shout out. Wanted to share this reaction. That's so nice, isn't it? Your dad watching a YouTube channel and he gets a shout out, like, fucking gorgeous, man. So Jacko in Swords has something in an interesting bank. features, oh my god, not my video. I don't really get it. Alright, sorry. Liam Cunningham. The Genesis posting videos of scary 5G. What are you doing on a 4G phone? The geniuses posting videos of scary 4G. You're doing it on 4G phones. Yeah. I see. Man, I'd be so ashamed of myself if I was that fucking doctor. Connemara, like. Just, you know, you get these fucking hillbillies and they're like, you're not local. You're not fucking local. This is my land and my community and you're strange and... Oh man, it's actually fucking pathetic. What a fucking pathetic fucking thing to write, man. Connemara. Doctor Connemara. I'm a doctor. Have you guys ever spoken to a doctor? Like, they know about their specific... It's just like, you know, I don't know if you're in fucking cars. Like, you might know a lot about cars, but you don't know fucking anything about anything else, like... Oh, sorry. Oh, that's just fucking embarrassing. Someone using their doctorate to fucking... Oh man, that is so embarrassing, like, honestly. I can't get over that. So I'm sure you know yourself, the utter smugness of fucking GPs, like, and often when they're talking to you, you're like, you just realise that they know fuck all. I don't know. I think my personal vendetta with healthcare professionals is when you go to the doctor and they spend nearly the whole time convincing you to stop being vegan, and it's like, oh. This time you could have actually helped me here with something rather than using a bit of uneducated scaremongering. And should you listen? I don't know. I'm a bit of a hypocrite, right? Because if I was a doctor, I'd probably post the same fucking thing. So yeah, it's anyway. Ireland to import medical cannabis. All right. You don't fucking import it, man. It's fucking every granny in the country's growing it in her fucking back garden. Right. Health Minister Simon Harris announced that special measures to import medical cannabis during COVID-19. CBD oil for epilepsy. Okay. I'm aware that a limited number of patients to avail Minister's licence for medical cannabis product issued something. That's grand. I'll be signing up for that. No bother. Good man. Speaking announcement, innovators, I'm aware a limited number. Alright. You get the idea. Alright. The whole thing's fucking bollocks anyway. That's illegal. But anyway. Sorry. We'll keep going. Found this when cleaning through the attic. And it has a pound to euro converter. That's actually hilarious. Do you remember when the pounds converted to euros, man? The absolute fucking... No one knew what was going on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Hello all, here's a link to a 6-round table quiz I made. We all played it over Zoom last night with friends. Great way to say social distancing. Yeah, people are big into Zoom right now. Everyone's much like Skype. Stock price is going up to the roof right now. Yeah, so yeah. There you are. Man, you will be remembered. I know who you are. What a fucking gross thing from fucking... People buy gaffs in Connemara. Oh, honestly, what fucking cunts. I'll tell you what, man. Small town politics. I was hanging around in Waterford there, and people were saying to me like, "Oh, don't buy that. You know, buying contraceptives, don't buy condoms, whatever. Don't buy condoms. Everyone knows who everyone is here. They'll know who you are, and they'll know like all this shit." I was like, "What? What the fuck's all this about?" And just for not being fucking local, man, you just get stopped, and just everyone knows fucking everyone. Small town politics, like everything. There was a homeless lad, right? There's a homeless lad outside a shop here, and this is like the main street. There's a homeless lad outside a shop. I went into the shop, and everyone in the shop was talking about the homeless lad outside. They all knew fucking where he lived. They knew his mother. They knew fucking everything about him. And they're saying, "Isn't that awful?" and all this stuff. Like in Ireland, in Dublin or whatever, if you end up homeless, people don't really know who you are or whatever, but everything stays with you forever here in the country, because everyone they've nothing else to fucking do. Like there's like, you see fucking Tom, I don't know, it's all very, it's incestuous, small-mindedness, big fishes in small ponds, yeah. I'm personally, I like the anonymity of being in a big town. You can just kind of, if you do something stupid or like, just you're gone, and there's not as much accountability. There's more forgiving if you make mistakes, and just if you do something wrong, it fucking sticks with you for fucking, you're like, and the people like around here, they went to school with each other. All the families know each other. Everyone knows everything about everyone, and they're like, oh, if you're in the butcher, like you order, people were telling me this before, like you go to the fucking butcher or something to get a bit of meat, and the butcher knows that you have people staying in your gaff. They're like, oh geez, who's those new people staying in your gaff? And you'd be like, how the fuck do you know people staying in my gaff? Oh sure, fucking Pauline said she saw new people driving into your driveway there. It's like you're living with your fucking parents or something. They just know fucking everything about you and all your fucking business, and they're fucking, you see your man, he's hitting the points there. Like, I go to the country to fucking get away from everyone, just have everyone like fuck off and stuff, and just look at all this fucking loveliness. And I know I'm looking for problems where there aren't problems there, but it's like being a celebrity, but without the good stuff. Just everyone knows your business, and you don't get to be a dickhead in public. I don't know. I'm just having to give out. But small town politics, man. If you ever tried going out with someone from a country area, like a small town country area, the parents are like investigating. They're like, hang on, you're not local now. You're from Dublin. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't trust those people from Dublin. People seem to think everyone from Dublin is just fucking on heroin from the Ballymun Flats. Fucking everything. Like if you drive outside of Dublin with a Dublin reg, you can get stopped just for not being fucking local. Like what the fuck is that all about? Like, but on the other side, people say, yeah, they should stop you because you could be anyone, and they haven't seen you around before. And this is the kind of area where people leave their doors unlocked. So yeah. Because yeah, people don't leave their doors unlocked here, to a certain extent. In apartment blocks and stuff, they leave the door open and they leave another door open, and yeah, there's a lot of trust. So it's that balance. It's. I'm not used to this living in the country, where I feel kind of just like you have to be on your best behaviour, because everything's remembered. It's like everyone has it's like the internet, but with real people. On the internet you can fucking delete something. Right here it's like, I don't know. I'm not used to this small town thing. Just strangers knowing all your fucking bits. Says yeah. I don't know. Who knows? So in conclusion, small town politics, Qin dynasty, and all things. Let's have a look at small town. Small town. P-O-L-I-T-C-S. And his lads get stopped. A lad got stopped at the fucking guards last night, right? Because he's riding around the block on his fucking bike. The guards were like, I saw you cycling around here like an hour ago, what you doing? Like, it's just, it all comes down to no one likes being told what to do, and that's just all there is. Alright, here's something to small town politics, man. Everything's fucking local, like local elections. What are you doing for this local? Like, what, are you gonna clean up the roads? Are you gonna get those fucking dodgy people out? Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do drugs? You're not gonna do drugs. You're gonna open a church? Are you gonna pretend you're a good Christian? Are you gonna... I'm just giving out. Small town politics, anyway. Maybe you guys are from a small town. Maybe some of you guys feel... I'm in the city centre, like, and there's still small town politics going on. It's not like I'm living in the back arse of nowhere. It's just in the city centre, but it's still a small place. Anyway. Just, you know the way people talk about racism, like, oh, don't be racist, don't discriminate and all this stuff. But it seems to be perfectly fine if you're not local, you're from the town over. Small town politics, it's fucking weird. Everyone's school together. Everyone remembers like, oh, when you were fucking 12, you did this. When you're fucking, you used to fucking do. No forgiveness, no forgetting. Everything's on record. Yeah. Small. Like, do you know that thing about the Connemara thing? She was like, we know who you are. We know you're not local. We know you only come up here on the odd weekend or some shit. Man, who is that one? Grateful fucking... politics. Stereotypes. Stereotypes is like embarrassing truth we all know about small towns. Yeah, like... Alright, so there's an example in small towns, right? There was a funeral going on. Cars hired, all the rest of it. Guards turned a blind eye. Lads cycling around the block got fucking taken in for question. Do you know what I mean? Who's fucking local? You're not allowed to have funerals right now. But if you're in with the in crowd, it's all fucking grand. It's just if you're not local, the laws apply to you. If you are local, it's fucking... embarrassing truth about small towns. Listen, I'm sure you know the fucking stereotypes about fucking small town. Bottom line, I'd much sooner trust a big place enough to have professionals whose duties and governed by rules and regulations rather than personal ties. I know, it's the red tape that gets that we urbans are always pushing on our God-fearing real American. I tend to think of apparatus instead as the rules for a civilized society, but of course we can't stay for the structure of folkways, unsolvable lawlessness that would be snobby. It's the whole thing, like, you're not shit because you're not fucking local. It's fucking... Jesus. It's just... all this talk about racism, but then you have the same fucking thing as they're from the town over. It's just... It's hypocritical, it's a lot of bollocks, and that's all I have to say. Alright, have an awesome day, and this has been Small Town Politics. You are amazing.